Hello everybody, just wanted to talk a little bit about the origins of competing in Street Fighter 2, etc. and how it was in the early days. I noticed there's been a lot of interest in World's Finest Comics and the California Street Fighter Association, etc. And I saw the interview with Tomo and I thought it was great. I still talk to Mike pretty frequently, I guess. I love Mike Watson. The guy is just fantastic. He's like my little brother. Of all the people I've ever played with, the guy is just, it's like I'm related to him. Anyway, it all pretty much started back in original Street Fighter 2. I was pretty much regarded as the best player from Orange County, California. Entered quite a few tournaments, completely dominated everybody. And I had heard that there was this little kid from Los Angeles County named Tomo that was just a steamroller, just a machine. So some people that I knew arranged some meeting with him, and he got dropped off at some arcade, and it's just this little 100-pound Japanese kid walks in. Must have been barely 14 years old. Walks in, I'm sitting down there, comes in. We're playing old school Street Fighter 2. This kid just took me to the cleaners, just annihilated me. I'd never seen anything like it. I didn't even think it was possible. Took me to the cleaners, and because of Tomo, I thought to myself, what the hell? I gotta practice. This is really interesting. I've never, competed like this. This is kind of a phenomenon. Every arcade I go to, there's 20 quarters up on every machine. It's just a fantastic competitive environment. Street Fighter, old school Street Fighter 2. Just so many people play it. Biggest video game of all time. Thought I'm pretty gifted at this game. I'll give it a try and see how good I can get. So then Championship Edition came out soon after that. And I heard of this place called World's Finest. And they had a little thing going on called the California Street Fighter Association. So I roll down, I call up the owner. His name is Charles Franco, I believe. Charles something, I don't really remember his last name. I roll down there on an afternoon. I walk in the place, and there's this fat kid, probably 14 years old, just fat kid, sitting over there with this little LA hat on, playing Champion Edition, destroying everybody. The kid was really good. So I walked up to the machine, and the owner was talking like, I'm going to come down there and I'm just going to get mopped by this kid. This other fat kid, okay? This fat kid, Mike. His name is Mike Watson. So I introduced myself, said, hey, I'm from Orange County. I'm here to play against you. I heard you were one of the best players. Let's see what you can do. So this kid just cleaned my clock. I was when Champion came out, I played Dowsum, won everything in Orange County there was to win. Roll up the World's Finest, this fat kid sitting on the stool. Start putting in my quarters. Cannot beat this kid one game. He absolutely mopped the floor with me all day long. And the funny thing is, I like the kid immediately because he's a lot like me. To bring out the confidence in his game, he talks crap, right? Which I do the same thing while I'm playing. However, Mike is gracious in defeat. He's gracious in winning, as I am. But when we're playing, we were just going back and forth, just kind of the same mentality. You talk crap to build confidence in your game, to bring out the best of your ability. And I was playing Dowsum and just got utterly destroyed. So then I saw this ranking board on the wall, and I think Mike was like third or fourth on the board. Tomo was number one, of course. Back in the early days, there was this guy named Frank, played Bison 2. He was ranked number 2. I think Mike was number 3 or 4. I cannot remember exactly, but he was only 14 years old or so. I mean, he's just played. I've only seen him play Bison at this point, so I started practicing. Got sponsored by an arcade in Orange County, and just like in the Tomo interview, Tomo pointed out that you can't be at the highest level unless you're completely dedicated to playing the game, and you cannot just play in a vacuum. You have to play against some of the best players in order to get better. You can't just be playing noobs all day and think you're going to come out of the woodwork and be the best, because it's totally unrealistic. So I went back, played 8 hours a day, practiced in a scientific manner, came back to World's Finest, started playing in the tournaments, started lowest rank on the board, moved my way up. Champion Edition probably made it up to rank 3. It was like Tomo, Frank quit, Mike Watson, and then it was me. Then we had a tournament where it was no Bison was allowed. I totally dominated every single person. Tomo did not play. That's number one. Because if Tomo played, he's going to win. The kid was just way better than me, way better than anyone else. He was the best player. We had a tournament at World's Finest that was asked for by all the players. It was a big event. No Bison. I dominated everybody in that tournament, and I won. I won with Dowsum. Dowsum was really good on Champion Edition, just fantastic. And then Hyper Fighting came out little time after that. But I'm going on record saying that I could never beat Mike on Champion. His Bison just was too good. And Tomo just ruined Guile. I cannot believe that there was a person alive that could actually dominate Bison with Guile and Rue, but Tomo just did it, and it's just incredible. I mean, you get one double kick on a character in Champion, and I demonstrated this. You get Mike Watson, dude. That guy is so technical. I demonstrated this with Mike. He did a double kick on me. I let go of the joystick. I went to the bathroom, okay? I come out of the bathroom 20 seconds later. My character's still blocking, and I'm stuck in the corner. And he's just going ding, ding, dong, dong, ding, ding, dong, dong, like over and over. You can let go of the joystick. It doesn't matter. You're just blocking infinitely. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. And then the flame, jab, flame trap came out that you can never get out of that either. And to watch Tomo beat this guy, where you couldn't even get caught in one flame, or it's game over, because it's just flame, jab, jab, flame, or double kick, boom, boom, double. I mean, he never got in it. And it's like, how the hell do you not get in it? It's just fantastic. So then, let's move on to Hyper Fighting. Okay, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting was, in my mind, well, I'm biased because I was probably second best in the whole US at the game, but it is the most pure Street Fighter game, most balanced, best video game that I've ever played, bar none. Most competitive, just a fantastic game. You could win with a lot of characters. It wasn't. I mean, it was just the most balanced game. You could talk to player. You could talk to Kuni Fanada. That guy is just fantastic. Zangief, if you would think was a low tier character, but you play Kuni, and the guy beat so many great players. Really good player. You had to be on your game to beat that guy. I mean, he was just great player. So what happened was, probably a few months into Hyper Fighting, was that I discovered that Blanca was basically the best character in the game if Tomo wasn't playing. Because whoever Tomo played, Tomo, first of all, only played Rue and Guile. He did not play anyone else. I've never even seen him play anyone else. He doesn't do it. He just plays Rue and Guile. He's a total purist. Anyway, if Tomo wasn't there, I'm just gonna go on record right now. Nobody during Hyper Fighting at World's Finest could match Blanca. I destroyed everybody. My name, Tomo didn't come, first of all, Tomo didn't come to every tournament. It was a point system. My name moved up the board from about 3 to number 1, and the only reason it moved to number 1 is because Tomo didn't come to every tournament, so I had more points. Because I won basically every tournament that Tomo wasn't there. except for a few. And my name is number one. I won with Blanca mainly. Blanca and Sagat, those are my characters. Blanca, Sagat, and Dalsum. Okay, but I can play every character. And I figured this thing out with Blanca, where Blanca was just a great pick because he could basically get this range on you, and you couldn't do anything. He basically jumps up and down, and with well-timed roundhouses and low roundhouses and fierces, and you could just play Rue and trade fierce through the fireball and punch him in the face and then take the fireball hit, and he'd take more damage, and then get in this range where Rue basically couldn't do a dang thing, dude. You jump up and down and occasionally throw out the roundhouse and the fierce, and you just get beat down by attrition. He couldn't jump toward you. Roundhouse kicks him out of the air no matter what he does. Can't walk into the roundhouse because the uppercut will whiff it. You can't walk forward because Blanca's got way longer range. Just you throw a fireball, he's like 4 inches away, jumps straight up, kicks you in the face. I mean, it's just, I figured that out, and once I figured that out, Rue was a goner. No chance. And I had won quite a few tournaments with Blanca, and people were just like, wow, Blanca, right? So then Tomo, since he didn't come that often, and I was ranked number one, Tomo came back, after a couple months. He wouldn't come that often. Maybe, he'd come two times in a row, then he'd take 2 months off. He's at the point where he just discovered girls. He's just about 16 years old or so, I think. He's going out with girls. He's got a thing for Filipinos, by the way. He'd come back, and there was a huge thing because everybody was waiting for me to play against Tomo because I was just so dominant. And so Tomo came back, and everybody wanted to see me play him. And I wanted to play him too because I thought I was going to just take him to school. This guy has no chance. I'm just going to put him in the corner 20 seconds or less, jump up and down with roundhouse. His game's over. He's done. So, I mean, and back at that point, I used to hand out cards and just be, talk trash during games, throw people in the corner, get on them with Blanca and call it the Blanca train, ball, standing strong, bite him, ball, standing strong, bite him. Couldn't tell which side I'm going to ball on, so the strong was kind of hard to block sometimes, and then it was just a total murder fest for a while until people figured it out. And Mike was the first one to figure it out. I'll give him that. But so Tomo came back. Everybody wanted to see the match. Sure enough, I make it to the final. I'm in the final with Tomo. Big crowd, a lot of people there. Everybody's rooting. People wanted to see, Tomo go down because that's just how it is when you're on top. People want to see you get beat. So start out, play Blanca. And this is a moment in Street Fighter history I'll never forget. Is that I got Tomo in the corner. I got him in the corner in like 10 seconds. Real fast. He's in the corner. It's real easy. All you gotta do is walk forward, make him block the low roundhouse, he backs way up, do it again, he's in the corner. Real fast. So then I start jumping up and down in the corner, and he's throwing fireballs, and I'm kicking him in the face, and he's like, huh. He learns right away, dude. He can't throw a fireball when he's in the corner, because then he knows he's getting kicked in the face. So he stops doing that. And then the most ridiculous thing happened that I think I've never seen anything like it. This kid is just a prodigy, okay? He fakes, I jump up straight up. I remember it like this was this morning, vividly. I jump straight up, the kid walks slightly forward with Rue, and right as I'm coming down, he does a spin kick, and my roundhouse goes right through it, because it's invincible for a split second. And the spin kick hits me, and I can't block it. And I'm thinking, what the hell? Nobody, and he does this out of the blue, because I don't practice with Tomo. I don't really talk to him. He just shows up and does this. On the fly, in the game, like a freaking learning computer. Does it to me. And then he's like, maybe he didn't block or whatever he's thinking. So I get him back in the corner. I'm doing it again. He's getting, he can't do anything. Does it again. Then he starts the cross-up madness, and he just kills me. game 2, I'm like, okay, maybe he got lucky. Tried again. He's got this timing, dude. He walks forward, spin kick. It's like, damn. So I get murdered. So then I switched to Sagat. He beat me 3-0. And then, that was it. I lost. And then everyone was like, damn, Tomo really is that good. And I thought to myself, man, I don't think I'll ever be as good as this kid as long as I live. But I'm happy with second. So great. So then, I was just stunned. He's just that good. Every tournament that I was at World's Finest, Tomo came to, he won in hyper fighting. Unbeatable. Just untouchable. So